Hello, folks, and welcome to Markarian Monday. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Unfortunately, some of our neighbors are not so fortunate this weekend. Imagine being told you need to leave your home immediately because nearby chemical tank could either leak thousands of gallons of toxic material or explode. That's exactly what tens of thousands of Orange County residents faced this weekend during the Garden Grove chemical emergency. Today, we're talking about the ongoing chemical tank crisis in Garden Grove involving the aerospace facility operated by GKN Aerospace. Authorities have evacuated roughly 40 to 50,000 residents across parts of Garden Grove, Anaheim, Stanton, Westminster, and surrounding communities after officials warned that a tank containing highly flammable chemical known as MMA had become unstable and posed a serious risk of rupture or even explosion. Officials described the situation in stark terms. Either the tank would fail and release toxic chemicals or potentially explode in what emergency responders have termed as a thermal runaway event. Governor Gavin Newsom has declared this a state of emergency, and federal agencies, including the EPA, became involved as an emergency crew worked around the clock to try to cool and stabilize the tank. Now, fortunately, officials say the immediate catastrophic explosion risk appears to have been reduced after pressure inside the tank was relieved through a crack that developed in the container. But for residents, this situation raises bigger questions. People were forced from their homes. Roads were shut down. Schools closed. Businesses lost their revenue. Families worried about possible exposure to toxic chemicals and its long-term health effects. And when incidents like this happen, legal issues naturally follow. One major question becomes whether proper safety protocols, maintenance procedures, inspections, and emergency safeguards were in place before the public was placed at risk. Reports also have noted prior environmental and regulatory issues involving that exact same facility. Now, it's important not to jump to conclusions, of course, before investigation is complete. But situations like this remind us the industry safety obligations are not just paperwork. They directly impact communities, families, and the public trust. For residents affected by evacuations, public interruptions, possible exposure concerns, or property-related losses, documentation is key. Keep records of your evacuation notices, hotel expenses, missed work, medical symptoms, and any communication related to the incident. As investigation continues, those details will matter. At the end of the day, communities should never be left wondering whether a nearby industrial facility is one bad day away from a natural disaster or obviously from neglect. If you were impacted by the Garden Grove chemical emergency or want to learn more about your legal rights, call us at 877 Markarian or visit markarianlaw.com. Again, 877 Markarian or markarianlaw.com. Thanks for listening to Markarian Mondays, folks, and we'll see you next Monday. Thank you. Thank you.